My name is Melissa Holman, and I am the Director of Student Success in the College of Education and Human Development. I first wanted to welcome you to our CEHD family. You will hear us reference family a lot, as we consider you a part of our family now that you have decided that you're going to be a part of our college. The point in this video today is to talk to you about a requirement that we are going to have in the upcoming fall for all of our incoming students to take part in goal setting. We are a goal setting family, and we do that so that we can make sure that you have nothing in your way of being successful in the upcoming semester. So I want you to stay tuned to this video so that you have all the instructions on what you need to do in order to be successful. All the links that you need are located in the chat. Stick with us.
Okay, so when you open up your success planning inventory, this is what you will see. The first page is just demographic information and learning more about you. And so on this left side, put your name, your cell phone number, and then answer if we can text you. We typically text students when we have permission, if we have any updates about things going on campus, if you want us to check in with you about your goals, if you want us to send you positive notes about your finals and upcoming tests. Make sure that you say yes, we can text you, but if you don't want to be texted, go ahead and circle no. And this entire form is fillable, so you should be able to fill this out regardless of if you have Adobe Acrobat or not. You should be able to open this up on a web browser. Next, put your Western identification number. You should be able to find that on any of the documents that the university has been sending you. You can also find this in your Go WMU, and you can also find this in your degree works within Go WMU. Academic standing. If you're a brand new student, your academic standing is good standing. And we'll talk more about that in your success guide if you have not spoken about this with your advisor already. Your class standing is either freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. Make sure that you put the appropriate class standing by the number of credits that you have. If you're not sure, click into your Go WMU and go to your degree works, and it'll tell you right at the top of the screen. Add your WMU email address. Are you a first generation college student? We'd like to know. So if you're the first in your household to go to college, click yes. If no one in your family has graduated from college quite yet, click yes. Are you a transfer, early, middle, or dual enroll student? Let us know. Put that on that line there. Do you identify with any affinity groups? And so if you have any special interest groups or groups that you belong to according to your race, religion, ethnicity, anything that matters to you, write that here. Over on the right side, you'll see an area about top 5 Clifton strengths. So this is not an assessment that you may have taken yet or you might not know anything about. If you just want to Google it, feel free to go ahead and do that. You will learn more about it though, as Western is in the process of trying to become a Clifton Strengths institution. And so it is an assessment that we take and that we recommend that lets you know more about yourself. There are things that we are all great at, things that we do very well without trying, without putting in a lot of effort, and those are called our strengths. And so this assessment lets you know out of 34 strengths what your top 5 are. And we use those to kind of help you figure out how to study, what types of organizations to join, what types of leadership positions to use. And these assessment tools will be used throughout your college career and can also be used as you start looking for jobs and employment opportunities. A lot of different institutions, but also a lot of different employers look at your top 5 for many important things. So it's very good that you have them as soon as you start school. So we want to make sure you have those there. Now, if you haven't taken the assessment yet, here's where you would have the opportunity. If you're taking a FYE or First Year Experience course, FYE 2100, you'll be taking your top 5 in that course. You also might have taken the top 5 when you were in high school or at another institution. Go ahead and put that there if you already have that information. If you are a part of the elementary cohort for PK through 3rd grade, you'll also be taking the Clifton Strengths with your coordinator for your program, Andrea Bow. She'll make sure that you have that information. Anyone outside of any of those opportunities for taking this assessment can take this assessment on their own at any point. And so the assessment, you do get a discount for being a student. So that assessment will cost you, I believe, $12 to take. And if you need any assistance figuring out how to do that, please feel free to reach out. You'll have my contact information to do that. We do have certified college coaches who can help you with your Clifton Strengths so that we can help you interpret that information. Moving forward, we want to make sure that we can add your top 5, the results of this assessment, to your degree works in the notes section. So if you give us permission to put these in your degree works, go ahead and click yes. And right before we're done with the top of this form, you'll see spaces for your major and minor. Even if you're not absolutely sure or settled on a major or minor, go ahead and put those there. And if there's something that you don't know, like you don't know what you want your minor to be right now, just put I don't know on that line. And that's just perfectly fine. Next, we want to know about your areas of interest. You'll see all of these areas of interest here. And if there's something that we didn't mention, maybe gaming or something else, write those on these lines over here. Next are a few essay questions. There are no right and wrong answers here, so just answer the way that you would like to answer. What is the most important thing to know about you? Why did you choose your major? If you had all the money in the world, what would you do with your time? And it could be anything. Next, we want to know what we can do to help you be successful. So where could you use some assistance? Check off all the boxes that apply to you. In this next section is a little bit of an assessment on how you were prepared for college. And so think about where you are now. Are you confident in your writing abilities? Do you have a personal mission or vision statement? Do you feel like you're prepared for college? Do you have strong success examples in your family? Check off what applies to you. There are no right or wrong answers here. There's nothing in specific that we are looking for. We just want to know how to better support you. In this next section, right before we get ready to set your goals, we talk about SMART goals. We want to make sure that the goals that you set are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So if we use academics as an example, because you all have to set an academic goal, that's what keeps you here at the institution, and that's what helps us to make sure that you are being successful. You can't just say, I want to be smarter. That's not a great goal. It's a great ambition, but it's not a great goal because it's not measurable and it's not time-bound. And so when we set an academic goal, we want it to be something like, I want to earn a 3.8 GPA by the end of my first semester of college. That's very measurable. We can go back and say, did we do what we were supposed to do to get a 3.8? And that's what you'll put here on this line, is whatever that measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound goal is. That's very specific. And then these next lines, what will you do to reach your goal? List 3 activities there. We want to make sure those activities are also SMART. And so make sure that those goals are SMART. In that next goal, I would love for you to have an engagement goal. And so engagement could be anything that you do outside of the classroom that assists you in moving forward and having a fantastic college experience, and also helps you to do what ultimately you would like to do. And so it might be joining a registered student organization. It could be volunteering. It might be having a job that has something to do with your major or career field of interest. Make sure that you put that there on that line. And then also, write what you would do to support that goal. Your third goal can be anything that you'd like for it to be. And so some examples of things that people put in their third goal would be studying abroad. That's a goal that they set. So I had a student who set a third goal of being in London for Fashion Week. And she sure did pull it off, and she made it to London for that time period. And she's a fashion student, so it works fantastically within her major and her goal set and her portfolio. What is something you'd like to do? You want to start a blog? Do you want to join a student organization? Are you trying to make new friends? What do you want that goal to be? Go ahead and put that there. And then also, write what you would do to support yourself in that. Overall, we need to know what type of resources you will need to be successful. You might not have the greatest idea of what you need right now. Go ahead and put what you know here on these lines. Next, who will be your accountability partner? That could be a parent, it could be a friend of yours, it might be a sibling, it could be your roommate. Whoever you want your accountability partner to be, put that on this line. And then also think about, how are they going to be able to hold you accountable? Are you going to share your goal sheet with them? Are they the type of person who is going to check in with you and make sure that you are on task with your goals? Do they have permission to check you when you're off? Think that through. And then finally, you're going to check in with us about your needs. So there are ways that you can meet with us, and you don't have to meet with us all these ways, but we would like for you to check in 3 times this semester. That could be a face-to-face coaching meeting. It could also be a virtual meeting. It could be email. It could be a text message, or it could be a phone call. So put your check-in dates here, and then also indicate how you'd like to meet. And then finally, once you have done this, sign the form, date the form, and then if you have a campus accountability person, so for example, if you are part of another program like CETA or Alpha or CAMP or TRIO or Kalamazoo Promise, any of those other programs, MLK, or if you are a scholar, put the person's name on this form that you would like for us to share it with. And if there's no one on campus that you want us to hold you, who you want us to provide this form to, you do not need to fill that piece in. And then if you don't have anyone that you'd like us to share it with, you don't need to initial it. And this is the entire form. So once you have completed this goal sheet, you will not have a student success hold on your account, and you'll be right on your way to having a fantastic first semester. You will have a success advocate on campus, and so that means there's a student who is an upperclassman who will help you, guide you, and assist you in making sure that your goals are what they need to be, and then also helping you with on-campus resources. So we look forward to seeing you in the fall. Let us know if you have any questions, and reach out whenever you'd like. Go Broncos!